Imagine a world in upheaval. The mighty Roman Empire crumbles. It is 476 AD. The last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, is deposed. This wasn't a dramatic coup, but a final whimper. Across Europe, feudalism began to take shape. Local lords emerged, vying for power and control. Land was divided and granted to loyal followers. These grants, known as fiefs, required military service. Vassals swore oaths of fealty, promising soldiers in times of war. This exchange formed the backbone of feudal society. Feudalism provided order and stability in uncertain times, a new chapter in European history, shaping the continent for centuries.
Picture a typical medieval manor. At its heart lies the Lord's manor house, a symbol of his authority. Surrounding it are the humble dwellings of the peasants. Life revolved around the seasons, with planting and harvest dictating daily existence. Peasants, tied to the land by serfdom, were the backbone of the economy. Towering above both lord and peasant was the church. Religion permeated every aspect of life.
Section 5. Golden Age of Islam. Scholarship and trade from Baghdad to Cordoba. While Europe was emerging from the Middle Ages, another civilization flourished further east. From the 8th to the 13th centuries, the Islamic world experienced a golden age, a period of unparalleled intellectual and cultural brilliance. Imagine vibrant cities like Baghdad, Cairo, and Cordoba, centers of learning and scholarship, where ideas flowed as freely as the goods in their bustling marketplaces. Islamic scholars made groundbreaking contributions in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. They preserved and translated ancient Greek and Roman texts, saving them from oblivion and transmitting their knowledge to the West. Thinkers like Ibn Sina, known as Avicenna, revolutionized medicine, while Al-Khwarizmi laid the foundations of algebra. Trade flourished under the Islamic caliphates. Their caravans crisscrossed the deserts, connecting the Mediterranean with India and China along the Silk Road.
Section 6. Renaissance riches, Italian city-states, and the Medici Bank. As the medieval period drew to a close, a new chapter in European history began. the Renaissance. And at the heart of this cultural and intellectual rebirth lay the Italian city-states, vibrant centers of trade, art, and innovation. Imagine Florence, a city teeming with artists, architects, and thinkers, its narrow streets echoing with the sounds of hammers and chisels, the air thick with the scent of paint and possibility. These city-states, such as Venice, Genoa, and Florence, grew wealthy from trade. Their ships, laden with silks, spices, and luxury goods from the east, sailed the Mediterranean, connecting Europe with the wider world. This wealth fueled a surge in artistic and intellectual creativity, leading to the flourishing of painting, sculpture, literature, and architecture that we associate with the Renaissance. One family in particular played a pivotal role in this economic and cultural blossoming, the Medici. Based in Florence, the Medici were bankers, patrons of the arts, and shrewd political operators.
Section 7. Voyages into the unknown. The age of exploration begins. The Renaissance sparked a thirst for knowledge, a desire to push the boundaries of the known world. This spirit of adventure and exploration, coupled with advancements in shipbuilding and navigation, ushered in a new era, the age of exploration. Imagine Portuguese caravels, their distinctive triangular sails billowing in the wind, venturing further and further down the coast of Africa, seeking a sea route to the riches of the East. In 1492, Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer sailing for the Spanish crown, made landfall in the Americas, a new world unknown to Europeans. This momentous event shattered the existing worldview and ushered in an era of unprecedented global exploration and colonization. European powers, eager to control the trade routes to the east and exploit the resources of the New World, embarked on a frenzy of exploration and conquest. The age of exploration reshaped the world, connecting continents and cultures that had been isolated for centuries.
Section 8. Mercantilism, hoarding gold, and building empires. The influx of gold and silver from the Americas fueled a new economic theory, mercantilism. This system, embraced by European powers, viewed wealth as finite, a zero-sum game where one nation's gain came at the expense of another. Imagine kings and ministers huddled over their chests of gold, obsessed with accumulating wealth and power for their nation-states. Mercantilism emphasized exports over imports, believing that a nation's wealth was measured by its hoard of precious metals. Governments implemented policies designed to protect domestic industries, encourage exports, and secure colonies that could provide raw materials and serve as captive markets for finished goods. Colonies played a crucial role in the mercantilist system. They provided raw materials such as sugar, tobacco, and cotton, which were shipped back to Europe, processed, and then often sold back to the colonies as finished goods.
Section 9. Pioneers of Economics Adam Smith and the Invisible Hand. As the 18th century dawned, a new era of economic thought emerged. Adam Smith, a Scottish philosopher, is often regarded as the father of modern economics. In The Wealth of Nations, published in 1776, Smith argued against mercantilism. He proposed free trade, limited government intervention, and the power of self-interest. Smith introduced the concept of the invisible hand, where self-interest leads to societal benefits. His ideas laid the groundwork for capitalism. David Ricardo and the Principles of Trade. Building upon Adam Smith's foundations, David Ricardo revolutionized economic thought with his theory of comparative advantage. Ricardo argued nations should specialize in goods they produce efficiently, enhancing global trade. His ideas challenged mercantilism, showing that free trade benefits all.
Section 11. Dawn of a new era, towards modern capitalism. As the 18th century gave way to the 19th, the world stood on the cusp of an economic transformation. The Industrial Revolution, with its groundbreaking inventions and technological advancements, ushered in an era of unprecedented economic growth and social change. Imagine sprawling factories, their chimneys spewing smoke into the sky, filled with the din of machinery and the tireless efforts of workers. Capitalism, with its emphasis on private ownership, free markets, and the pursuit of profit, emerged as the dominant economic system, shaping the modern world in profound ways. The Industrial Revolution, fueled by technological innovation and the availability of capital, led to mass production, the growth of cities, and the rise of a global capitalist economy. The ideas of Adam Smith, David Ricardo, and other economic thinkers provided the intellectual framework for this new economic order. The story of capitalism is still being written, a story of innovation, growth, and the enduring challenge of creating a more just and sustainable economic future.